Good evening, Janet. Well, who is it? I'm Susan, your brother's fiancée. Susan, good evening. I'm sorry. We just exchanged our contacts today, so I didn't recognize you right away. I visited your parents today to talk about our marriage. But it was nice to meet you, Janet. Thank you for coming today. I'm looking forward to becoming a part of your family. Me too. By the way, you are a junior high graduate? Yes. I was surprised when Bob told me earlier. You didn't tell me that when we met today. I didn't think it was that important. It's very rare to be a junior high school graduate nowadays. I wish you would have told me that earlier. Well, I am sorry. I wasn't that concerned about it myself. Wow, you're so carefree. Why did you go to high school? It was for various reasons, but I'm working now. You and Bob aren't similar. It's hard to believe that you're brother and sister. Is that so? I've been told since I was little that we look alike. That's not what I meant. I guess kids who didn't graduate from college are dull after all. Huh? Never mind. By the way, our wedding. Are you planning to attend it, Janet? Of course I am. It's my brother's wedding. Okay. The ceremony is next month, right? I'm looking forward to it. You're so shameless, aren't you? Huh? It's nothing. See you then. See you later. Hey, Janet! I glanced over at the reception desk earlier. I saw you. The ceremony doesn't start for over an hour. You came so early. That's right. I was so excited about your wedding that I woke up early. But I didn't expect to be the first one at the venue. I mean, you really came, didn't you? Huh? What do you mean? I thought you would have guessed from my message the other day. I guess a middle school graduate like you can't read the room after all. I don't understand what you're saying. Janet, I'm sorry you came all this way. But can you leave right now, please? Huh? You're lucky the guests aren't all here yet. It would be troublesome if they saw you leaving. Why do I have to leave? Just get the hell out of here now. Oh, why do you say that? Am I dressed something wrong or something? I thought I was properly dressed. That's not the main concern. Huh? Janet, you're out of place, so please go home. You shouldn't be here. But I'm the groom's sister. The groom's relatives are supposed to attend the ceremony, right? But you were a middle school graduate. It's embarrassing to have a low-educated sister-in-law, so go home. Your presence will lower the dignity of the wedding. Excuse me? I'm sure you know that, but your brother is a genius with an IQ of 160. He's so smart that it's hard to believe you're siblings. He graduated from a prestigious university and works for a big company. Sure, my brother is smart, but my educational background doesn't matter, does it? And my brother invited me to his wedding. As a sister, I want to celebrate my brother's wedding. I can't agree that I should go home because of my low academic background. What? How can you say you want to celebrate? You only gave us a small gift to congratulate us. Don't you talk to me like that. What? Did you see the gift? Because it was so small. That was so small even though you're his sister? I guess you can't get a decent job if you have a low education. You're so lowly paid that you can barely afford that, right? No, I gave the gift to my brother separately. Huh? I've never heard of giving a gift separately. Stop lying. You'll only embarrass yourself even more. I beg your pardon? You can't even celebrate properly and you have no common sense. You really are out of place here, so please go home. I'm sure Bob must be feeling the same way. My brother is not that kind of person. Well, Bob was kind enough to invite you. But I'm sure that deep down, he must have wished you would not attend. We've invited a lot of people from his company and friends from college to our ceremony. I'm sure he doesn't want to introduce you to those people. You insult me again and again. Why do you have to judge me so much just because I am a middle school graduate? I just want to celebrate my family's wedding. Family? You're the only one who thinks that way. Huh? I married Bob, but I don't intend to become family with you. I don't want to have a sister like you. So will you please go home? Having an undereducated sister is a disgrace, so get out of here. And after the wedding, don't you ever come near us. Don't you know my profession? Huh? Aren't you a low-paid worker? I make $300,000 a year. Huh? That's a lie. Aren't you mistaking for $30,000? Well, even $30,000 seems too much for you. I'm an engineer. Huh? Didn't my brother ever tell you why I am a middle school graduate? I think I asked him before, but honestly, I don't care why that is. Whatever it is, it doesn't change the fact that your final education is a middle school. I am a middle school graduate because my family's financial situation was not good at the time. The company my father was running went bankrupt. I had to give up my higher education to help the family finances. Oh, by the way, Bob told me, thanks to you, he was able to go to college or something. My father was able to change jobs, but financially, I knew both of us couldn't go to college, so I decided to work after graduating from junior high school. I definitely wanted my brother, who was very bright, to go to college. I couldn't study as well as him. So that's how it was. But even though I didn't go to high school, I studied on my own. I was good with computers, so I studied programming. I started working for an IT company. So what? You didn't even go to college, right? How can you earn $300,000 a year with such a low level of education? You're lying after all, aren't you? It's easy to change jobs in the IT field, and there are quite a few scouts. Thanks to that, I was able to move up the ladder. I am now an engineer at a fairly large company. I've got a good evaluation, and I'm making $300,000 a year. No, that is definitely not true. He and I both have college degrees, and he graduated from a prestigious university. So it's impossible for you to make more money than us. Susan, you are surprisingly hard-headed or stubborn. You're so prejudiced, aren't you? Huh? If you say it's not a lie, prove it. Prove it? If you're making that much money, why don't you offer a big gift? If you really make $300,000 a year, there's no way you gave us this little wedding gift. I gave a generous gift. It was dangerous to hand you directly, so I transferred $30,000 to my brother. $30,000? It costs a lot of money to live as newlyweds. I wanted to repay my brother, who has taken care of me since I was a little girl. However, handing over the money at the wedding is not a good idea. So I brought you a small gift. Of course, my brother knows all this. Oh no! How could you ask me to go home after doing this? But it's what the bride wants. I'm going home right now, just as you said. Huh? Besides, it seems you don't want my gift. I'll ask my brother to return the $30,000. Wait a minute. I will never return it. The $30,000 does not belong to you, Susan. Now, if you'll excuse me, please enjoy the wedding.
Janet, how are you feeling? I heard from Susan. You came to the ceremony, but you got sick and went home. I really wanted you to see me on my wedding day, but it couldn't be helped.
Well, I've been in good shape since this morning.
Huh?
I see. Susan was lying.
What do you mean?
What did she say?
She said you didn't make it because you were sick.
That's not true. She kicked me out.
What did you say?
She told me to go home because it's embarrassing to have a poorly educated sister-in-law.
Seriously? Sorry, Janet. I believed her. I didn't contact you during this ceremony.
Don't worry, it's not your fault.
I'll give you back the money gift.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to be a little sarcastic. Don't return my gift.
No. I can't keep your gift after she kicked you out of the wedding hall.
Then I'll give you that personally, not for you too.
For me, personally?
Ever since we were little, you've always been on my side. You helped me when I got bullied. You also helped me with my homework when I was struggling.
I was just doing what an older brother is supposed to do. I was the one who got help. You gave up high school for me. Thanks to you, I was able to go to the college of my first choice.
It's okay. I was never good at school. Instead, I studied programming, and now I'm able to play an active role in my company. So I want you to enjoy my gift.
Janet. Well then, I'll take you up on that. But I'll make sure to tell Susan about it. I'll make sure to get her to apologize to you. I'm really sorry about today.
It's not something you should apologize for. Then please lecture her on my behalf. How dare you snitch on Bob? Oh, Susan. It looks like you got lectured from my brother right away. He got mad at me and told me to apologize to you. But I won't apologize to you. What? You don't feel bad about what you did to me? No, I don't feel bad at all. No matter how much money you make, you were still a middle school graduate. Don't get carried away just because you're making a little more money. I didn't think you were this stubborn. I definitely didn't do anything wrong. I didn't know anything about your job. When you hear that someone is a middle school graduate, you'd assume that they're a low-paid worker. Even if that's the case, you could have at least said, "I'm sorry." Huh? I'm your brother's wife and your sister-in-law. I don't need to apologize to you. Being my sister-in-law matters. No matter what it is, you apologize when you do something wrong. That's what people do. Shut up! I'm older than you. You should respect me no matter what. I will never apologize to you. It's your fault for making me misunderstand. Rather, you should apologize to me. I see. I understand your perspectives. There's no need to apologize now. I'll ask you to apologize when you realize you need to. Huh? What are you talking about? There's no way there comes a time when I have to apologize to you. You'll be sorry. What do you mean? You'll understand eventually. I'll see you around. I don't believe it! This must be some kind of mistake. I can't believe you're my boss. I told you, didn't I? You'll be sorry. What the hell is going on here? I didn't know you were coming to my company. Didn't you hear about the morning meeting? Last month, your company became a subsidiary of a major company, right? That major company is where I work. And in order to set up the new structure, I was assigned here this month. Oh no! I can't agree to that. I can't believe that a middle school graduate is my boss. Even if I'm a junior high school graduate, I'm still your boss. I don't think you should keep talking like that about your boss. Unlike me, you were a college graduate, but don't you have any common sense? I'm sorry. Well, now I am in a higher position socially. Under the circumstances, I'm sure you can apologize to me about the wedding. Huh? You value position and hierarchical relationships. Because I'm your boss, you could apologize to me. You're in a lower position than me. Well, that's... You looked down on me because of my low education and kicked me out of my brother's wedding venue. I'm sorry for being so rude and stubborn and not apologizing. It is easy to say these now, isn't it? I don't want to. How can I, a college graduate, apologize to a middle school graduate? It doesn't matter what your educational background is when you enter the real world. Right now, I am in a higher position than you. You are my subordinate. I'm your subordinate? No way! It appears that you need time to sort out the situation. I won't ask you to apologize right now. I'll wait for a while, so please let me know whenever you're ready to apologize. Good evening, Susan. It's been 10 days since the wedding. Why haven't you contacted me at all? Nah, why should I contact you? Don't tell me you've forgotten. You kicked me, your boss, out of the wedding hall. I haven't gotten an apology from you yet. And you've been AWOL since right after that. Can't you just come back to work? Shut up! My sister-in-law, who is a middle school graduate, suddenly became my boss. I can't accept it. and there's no way I can work in such a place. Is it out of frustration or embarrassment? All the other employees don't seem to worry about it. How much longer are you going to act like a child? Hey, watch what you say! You're getting carried away just because you happen to be my boss. Give me a break. That's my line. Susan, you're even more stubborn than I imagined. It would be easier if you just apologize. If you continue to be absent without notice any longer, you'll be fired. Huh? If you can do it, do it! Bob will be furious if you fire me. What? That's right. I just realized that even if you're my boss, I'm still your brother's wife. That means I'm in a better position than you, right? If you become condescending just because you're my boss, I'm going to tell Bob. Do you think I'll be intimidated by that? Oh my! Do you think it's okay to act that way to your brother's wife? If you want, try firing me. If you do that, your brother might get mad at you, you know? There's no way I'd be angry. Besides, you seem to be getting the wrong idea. Did you think I would get in trouble if you fire me? My husband is an elite in a big company. Even if he doesn't make as much money as you do, he should be able to support me. I'm not scared if you fire me. No, I'm not going to support you for this. Besides, I'm thinking of getting a divorce if you keep on like this. Huh? Divorce? What are you talking about, Janet? Bob and I just got married. There's no way we're getting a divorce. I'm Bob. Huh? Wait. What do you mean? I'm back home with Janet. No way! I've seen all the messages from you. I told you to apologize to Janet, didn't I? And yet, you haven't apologized at all. You're so defiant. How much more do you have to disappoint me? Well... Why haven't you apologized to her? You judged my sister and were so rude to her. Do you really think you did nothing wrong? Well, don't get me wrong. Of course I know it's my fault. Huh? You know that. But is there a reason why you don't apologize? Because my pride won't allow it. How can I, a college graduate, apologize to a middle school graduate? I'm still so frustrated. I'm so dumbfounded. Are you still obsessed with her academic background? Huh? I never thought that you were that kind of person. You were always vibrant, and you adored me more than anyone else. I married you because I admired you for that. But it seems I made a mistake. A mistake? I don't like you discriminating people based on their academic backgrounds. Even though you know that she sacrificed her education for me, you still look down on her. I can't take care of someone who doesn't value my family. I have no intention of supporting that kind of person. I don't even want to stay married. I will seriously consider divorcing you. Wait a minute, Bob. We just had our wedding recently, remember? You're just joking, right? You know very well that I'm not the kind of person who would make such a joke, don't you? You are my wife just now. What do you mean by just now? Again, I am seriously considering divorce.
I'm really sorry to all the people who celebrated our marriage, but I just don't have the confidence to continue being married to you.
Oh no, I don't want a divorce. I'll apologize to Janet. I promise I'll apologize to her sincerely.
There's no need for a perfunctory apology. An apology is meaningless unless you sincerely regret what you've done. I don't need a meaningless performance.
I will properly reflect on what I did. I'm sorry I judged her based on her academic background.
Apologize to Janet, not to me. But even if you apologize now, it's too late. Once your love has cooled off, it won't come back.
What?
Let's talk about it seriously. I'll be home soon. Let's talk about divorce.
No, no. I don't want a divorce.
By the way, I told Janet to fire you or whatever.
Oh no. You won't protect me.
If they have an insane employee who goes AWOL for days at a time, everyone in the company would be in trouble, right? I told her it doesn't matter whether or not she's related to me within the company. You don't need to hold back just because she is my wife.
Wait.
It's not funny that you're divorced and unemployed. Think hard about whether you really want to get fired. I'll see you later.
Bob! According to what my brother told me, Susan apologized profusely as soon as my brother came home. She cried and apologized, asking him not to divorce her. However, it seems that my brother has made up his mind. Soon after, the two divorced. Susan was probably in shock from the divorce. She continued to be absent from work without permission and was eventually fired. Divorced and unemployed, she tried to return to her parents' home. But her parents turned her away because my brother had told them about all the things she had done. She's now living alone in a shabby apartment, scraping by on her savings, and living in extreme poverty. She has gone from the peak of happiness to the bottom of the heap, and she deserves it, doesn't she?